Good morning, students. Today let us learn about economic importance of Monera bacteria. Monera are very useful as well as harmful for human beings. The economic importance is studied under the following headlines. Firstly, we will start with useful activities. Okay, so in agriculture field, it plays role of nitrogen fixation. Okay, so bacteria play an important role in N2 fixation. These fix atmospheric N2 and increase fertility of soil. N2 fixed bacteria are of two types. Okay, so firstly it is free living bacteria and secondly is symbiotic bacteria. So free living bacteria, these are present freely in soil and fixes atmospheric N2. Okay, for example we having Azotobacter. Now if we will talk about symbiotic bacteria, these are symbiotically present in roots of plant where they fix with N2 from plants. For example we having Rhizobium. Okay, so next is nitrifying bacteria. These bacteria converts NH3, that is ammonia, produced from decomposition of dead and inorganic substance to N2 and also help in increase the fertility of soil. Okay, so we having two examples, that is Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter. Okay, so what they actually convert, they convert dead organic matters. After the decomposer, it will change into NH3, that is ammonia. Okay, now second is mineralized or decomposers. Okay, so mineralized or decomposers are the organisms which decompose complex chemical compound into simple or natural elements of salts. Okay, so the body of every organism is made up of various types of organic and inorganic components. After the death of these organisms, their body is decomposed by various types of saprophytic organisms into simplest elements and salts. Okay, so the member of kingdom Monera and fungi plays an important role in the process. Hence, they are called mineralized or we can say decomposers. Okay, so secondly we having in dairy industry. Okay, so dairy, we can relate with all the dairy product. So we having bacteria also used in dairy industries. For example curd, cheese, right, buttermilk. So if we will talk about curd, so we use the bacteria is Lactobacillus lactis. Okay, and for cheese Lactobacillus lactis. So in this way you can see here we having many bacteria and they used as a dairy product. Okay, now next we having in vinegar industry. So in vinegar industry, vinegar is produced using a specific bacteria, that is Azotobacter acetic. This bacteria converts the foam's sugar to vinegar. Okay, now next we having production of organic acids. So some bacteria are useful for the production of organic acids also. For example, acetic acid is produced by Acetobacter acetic. Okay, yes. Now next we having the pharmaceutical industry. So in the pharmaceutical industry, the bacteria are mainly used to produce antibiotics and enzymes. Okay, and this industries means that they are connected with the production of medicals or drugs. Is it clear? So next we having the names of the antibiotics and name of the structures and also the groups. You can see name of sources. Okay, so in this way we having many types of things in which bacteria plays a very important role. Okay, if we will talk about rating of fibers, tobacco and tea industries, okay, leather industries, so you can see from here. Okay, now we also having the harmful activities of the bacteria. Okay, so firstly we having diseases, like bacteria harms plants, animals and human by producing diseases. So here you can see in this table, this is plant disease, and secondly we having animal diseases. Okay, so there is the name of diseases and the causes. Okay, causes of the organism. Just like in the same way, names of diseases in human and name of the pathogen bacteria. Okay, and here we having some animal name of the diseases caused in animal. Okay, yes. Now denitrification. So some bacteria convert nitrogenous compound to ammonia and nitrogen, and it is called nitrifying, denitrifying, and it reduces the fertility of soil. Okay, yeah. So this is all about bacteria, the uses and the uses and also the disadvantages or the harmful activities of bacteria. Now we will talk about mycoplasma. So what is mycoplasma? It is a genus of bacteria that lacks a cell wall around their cell membrane. Okay, and this intermediate microorganism processing characters of both bacteria and virus. These are prokaryotic organisms which are divided by Nocods and Roxas in 1898. Okay, so while studying the pleural fluid of pneumonia infects the animal. Okay, so that pleuropneumonia means the infection in lungs. Okay, remember this term, pleuropneumonia means it infection in lungs. Okay, so we having many characters of the and features of the mycoplasm, like they are found in safe tubes of phloem of the disease infected plants. These may be parasitic or saprophytic. Cell wall is present. Okay, and it grows on a cultural medium. So you can see, you can read from here the characteristic features. Okay, so let us talk about the structure of mycoplasm. So these are non-motile and possesses no cell wall. Okay, these are surrounded by bilayered membrane, and its diameter is 80 to 800 mu. Uh, Thickness. Okay, so the thickness of unit membrane is 8 mu, and it is made up of lipoprotein. Okay, so you can see from here the structure of the mycoplasma. Okay, yes. Now next we having the life cycle of mycoplasma. So reproduction is not well known in it. It start its life as a small elementary body. It absorbs foods and form intermediate cells, and then it grows to an adult cell. Okay, and this adult cell is reproduced by two methods: by fragmentation of adult cell or by formation of elementary bodies in adult cell. Is it clear? Yes, and the number of elementary body may be 5 to 10. Okay, these after separation from present cells from the adult cell. Okay, so the economic importance of mycoplasma is harmful to human being. It produces diseases in plants, animal and also in human beings. Okay, now the diseases caused by the mycoplasma. So now we having two diseases, that is mycoplasma hominis. Okay, so I have already told you that pleuropneumonia. Okay, that means the infection in lungs. Okay, and mycoplasma slarvium. Okay, that means respiratory disease. Okay, diseases related to your respiratory system. Okay, now in the same way here given that human diseases, animal diseases and plant diseases. Okay, you can see from here, and we having the difference between bacteria and mycoplasma. Okay, so next we will talk about the rickettsia. Okay, so what is rickettsia? So Rickettsia is another important group of prokaryotes, belongs to the kingdom Monera, okay, or discovered by H.T. Rittekers in 1909 while working on Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Okay, so what is Rocky Mountain spotted fever? So it is an infection disease caused of bite of the tick. Okay, now tick means the insect, or we can say the thing or the parasite, those who sucks blood. Okay, means blood sucking parasite. That disease is known as Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Okay, in human being, rickettsia is a minute obligate an intracellular parasite which is mainly found in those animal which sucks blood from another animal. Okay, so for example, we having such animals are like mites. Okay, mites means जो लकड़ी में घुन लगती है. Okay, that is known as mites, they are known as. And secondly, we having lice. Okay, lice means juice. And the ticks, okay, this is also a type of parasite. Or okay, so the rickettsia are a small in size and also non-motile and rod shaped or spherical. They reproduce mainly by the process of binary fission. Their cell wall is made up of mucopeptide and cytoplasm contain RNA and DNA. Okay, so these are sensitive to antibiotics. Is it clear? Now we having the diseases caused by the rickettsia. Okay, so we having the name of the diseases, names of casual rickettsia and the carrier. Okay, so this is all about your chapter. Now we having some important points to be remembered, and here this is your question answers. Yes, thank you.